Hi.
Welcome to Two Tangled Skeins. We are April 20th, 2013. This is episode 36. My name is Sue, also known as Crafty Dinner 7. I'd like to welcome back previous viewers and any new viewers that have come along. We hope you enjoy the ride.
Yep. And my name is Kari, also known as Jaded Knitter. And you can find us on YouTube, iTunes, and Blip under Two Tangled Skeins, TWO. And on Twitter as the number 2 Tangled Skeins. And please leave us a rating in iTunes because it helps bump us up and all the other knitting podcasts up in the categories.
Yes, to the top of the list. You find us much easier.
Exactly. You can find our show notes and whatnot on twotangledskeins.wordpress.com and come join our group. It's, oddly enough, Two Tangled Skeins on Ravelry. And we're having a 400 member prize draw today because we're at 401.
Yes. So we do that at every 100 mark. We have a prize and it includes everybody who's in the group. So
exactly.
It's not just a one-time thing. It's if you've been in the group from the beginning, you will get a chance at 100, 200, 300, 400.
Exactly.
Yay. So, how was your week?
Good.
Yeah, mine was pretty busy. Busy, hectic, crazy, you know. I still managed to knit a bit though. So, I'm going to start off by saying what I'm wearing, because I don't think I often say what I'm wearing on the show.
No, we don't.
And this is the calligraphy cardigan by
Hannah Fettig.
And it's made out of Knit Picks. It's a DK.
Was it Swish? No.
Swish DK. Yes, it was.
Okay.
Yeah, if not, you could look in the first drawer. There's balls. And this was made by Kari for me so that I could have it for Rhinebeck last year. So
we're actually both wearing our Rhinebeck sweaters.
Yes.
Which neither one of us actually got to wear at Rhinebeck because it was too freaking hot.
There's pictures of me in my sweater, but not, like, maybe one.
Yeah, I think there might be one of me in my sweater, but yeah.
Yeah.
Because this is also my Rhinebeck sweater, which is signatures sticking out of bag, elbow.
Not so good.
Combination.
So what's it called?
This is the Bridget jacket, and it is by Courtney. Let me double check. Courtney Kelly.
Ouch. I just chapped myself with my needles, and they're not signatures. Jeepers, right in my leg.
It's out of the
Briggs and Little?
Yeah, it's out of Briggs and Little is the yarn. I've forgotten what book it's out of though. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, very nice. I did it. It's supposed to be a short jacket with just a standard collar on it. I wanted a larger shawl collar, and as you can see, not 3/4 sleeves, and I look horrible in 3/4 length jackets, so this one actually hits my hips.
So she knit 2 sweaters.
Yep, I knit 2 sweaters in a month for Rhinebeck.
Yeah, because she loves me. So, finished objects. You has one.
I has a foe. It's been a while. I moved into my new place at the beginning of April, and I wanted dishcloths. So I've been given a couple, and thank you to people who've given me some. And this one is actually the first dishcloth I've ever knit. I've never actually made one.
Oh.
And it's kind of hard to tell because it's in brown, but it is a TARDIS.
Yep.
So it's Doctor Who reference. There we go.
There.
And yeah, it's
a dishcloth.
It's a dishcloth. It's out of dishcloth cotton.
Yeah, Fantasia Careza. Just your basic.
That I pulled out of her stash.
Because, you know, we're good like that.
Yep. But yeah, so dishcloth, that took me probably 3 hours, most of which was done at work. Because I was bored on Friday afternoon.
Yes.
I was bored and out of stuff to do because no one was in the office.
And that's not the greatest thing.
No. So my boss was like, knit. And then she came by a couple of hours later and goes, has all the couriers come? Yeah. Okay, you can go home. Okay. I love
I'm
my
not going to
boss.
complain.
I love my boss.
You're not going to complain. They tell you to knit, then they tell you to go home.
Nope.
Awesome.
So, unfortunately, my job is ending because my department's closed.
Yes, that's a sad thing.
Yes, I need a new job.
We will find you a new job. Somehow, somewhere, there's a way.
Exactly. I'll get something.
So, poking around on the needles. Well, actually,
You have a hoe.
I have a hoe. Okay.
Actually, it's a 3/4 faux. Because it isn't really a hoe anymore.
I thought I showed this last week.
You did, but it wasn't done yet.
Oh, right. It wasn't done, the first sock. So this is Hermione's Everyday Socks. And it is in the Bittersweet Woolery yarn on the Guilty Pleasures base. And the name for this yarn, which I had to have, and Lynn did too, Shagalicious. How could you not buy a yarn that's called Shagalicious? So, very soft yarn, very nice to knit with. I think it's going to block quite well.
Yep, it's a nice floor ply, I think.
Yeah, it's really nice, and it knitting with it, it's not splitty or anything. It's like, here's the other sock, which I have the heel done. You can see that.
Hence the reason it's a 3/4 faux.
It's a 3/4, so I've just got a little bit of a leg to do, which I didn't do very much on this one, so I've got, you know, a little bit of a leg
Couple
to do.
of inches.
So this is it here.
And that is, in honesty, it's a great pattern to do with highly colored yarn, like something that's in, you know, really different tonal or in variegated or whatnot, because the pattern does show up. It's also a very simple pattern to memorize. There's only 4 lines. It's really easy. It's a free pattern too, which is always a bonus.
Hermione's?
Yes.
Yes. And I have it in my, because I want to show the bags that I have my projects in. I keep forgetting to do that, so mental note. I have it in the knotted bag, which is Freedom for You, which is freedom with the 4 and U. She has an Etsy site, and I will link it in the show notes, and it's a knot bag.
And she will actually remember to link it this time.
And yeah, there's lots of room in here. Like, it's very roomy. I have just one ball. I don't know if people will be able to see that. I have one ball, but you could fit easily 2 to 3 balls of sock yarn in here. And
yeah, I have
like
a couple of them. I've got one from her and a couple that I've made myself.
I like it because it's higher.
Yeah.
It's higher here. And
you can easily fit
yeah,
2 balls of sock yarn in there.
This is Diane. Hi, Diane. Pimping your stuff. I will link that in the show notes.
And she actually makes ones with kind of a sateen line.
Satin inside for spinning.
Spinning. So you can put your roving in there, and it's not going to snag the way it will on
regular
cotton, which is what those are made out of.
Yeah. So I'm pulling out Mara. She's been put away for a week or so.
She got literally thrown
into the corner over there. Literally threw it last week. But I'm going to pull it out. I'm going to at least do the 1x1 ribbing. Not sure if I will make it to the next part, which
I think is a 2x2.
It's 2x2, but you're knitting, one row is knitting through the front and back loop of every stitch. So let's find Mara here. This is probably the better one. So this is Mara.
It is a very nice pattern.
It is a very nice pattern. And I'm knitting that, my hands keep shaking, not enough coffee. I'm knitting that, actually Mara is a Madeline Tosh design, and it's Amy Hendricks who designed that. And it's in Tosh DK, and I'll pull it up so you can see the colors. I'm not sure if that's going to show up.
It's greens and grays and browns.
There you go.
And it's a really lovely color, and oh my god, squishy.
It's really
There's a
squishy.
reason why people love Mad Tosh yarn.
Yeah, it's really nice. So I'm going to try and give it some love today. And I have it in my Art by Anna bag, which I love because it's my coffee bag. It's drawstring. It's got a little clip here in case you want to clip something on it. But
Or clip it to your pants.
Yeah, and both the people I showed you the bags for are local to Ottawa, to where we live, which is really nice because I'm going to take my sweater off
it's actually
too.
getting a little hot in here, which, I'm normally the cold one.
If I open the window though, it's really loud
really
and bliss.
Welcome to spring in Ottawa. It's really windy.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really windy.
Yeah.
We have tornadoes in the fall, but we have a lot of wind in the spring.
And big thunderstorms in the summer.
And big thunderstorms. Big thunder boomers.
So that's what's on my needles. I also have my husband's sweater, but I haven't touched it, so there's no sense showing it if there's no progress.
And then I have mine, which is the Rainy cardigan. And I know I'm pronouncing that wrong because people keep correcting me. And I'm sorry, but I can't figure out how to pronounce it correctly if I'm not listening to someone say it. I'm horrible like that.
I think you got it pretty close, though.
It's closer to the one I was originally saying, which is the orange cardigan.
It's orange.
Well, it is. Well,
it is.
The original one is
The
orange.
original one is orange. Do you need help pulling that up?
Nope. There we go. So as you can see, I have 2 sleeves now. I'm just trying to keep the needles where they're supposed to be. And as you can see, there's colors on the top. I've actually started the yoke. So I'm into the yoke now. I haven't started any of the decreases, so there's like 500 stitches on the needle, so it takes a while to do a round. But yeah, I've got it done up to, both sleeves are done. And actually both sleeves are done and the ends are woven in, because I don't have many ends. I've just been weaving them in as I go. And also because I've been finishing, doing some of the finishing as I'm going, the ends have to get woven in certain spots. And yeah, I did both sleeves because I'm doing a hand-dyed yarn. Apparently I haven't had enough coffee. She's had too much, I haven't had enough. Mm-hmm. I'm switching the balls every other row. Or sorry, every 2 rows.
Every 2 rows.
So what I did was for the sleeves, I actually did the cuffs in the round, and then you can see the join there in the center. I did a mattress stitch up the sleeves, so you can't really see. You can if you look at it, you can see where the line is right here, and you can kind of see it because of the way the color goes, but it's a lot less noticeable than this kind of jag up the front here, which
there you can see it.
Yeah, you can really see that, and I didn't want that up the sleeves. That's where I'm carrying the yarns and switching the yarns. So it creates this really weird effect. That will get cut out. The sleeves are not getting cut.
No, you decided to do it the smarter way.
Yeah, I just
decided
to knit them flat and go from there.
Yeah.
We'll knit them partially flat. So I literally just knit the beginning as round, and once I got that joined, then I added 2 stitches on either side. So I added 4 stitches total. Knit the whole thing till I got to the underarm, seamed it, and then joined it.
Yeah.
So that's all done.
It's coming along.
Yep.
It's her Maryland sweater.
I'm hoping to have it done for Maryland. I'm also hoping that I'll be able to wear it in Maryland.
Well, I'm hoping to have my shawl done partially, but if I don't, I have Maryland socks.
Yep, there you go.
Because that'll work.
And speaking of Maryland, I figure I might as well mention this because, as you've probably noticed, there's no background noise. That's because Lynn isn't actually here.
Yes.
She was off doing stuff with her family today, so she's elsewhere.
Yes.
Hi Lynn, we love you.
Hi Lynn.
You're actually going to have to watch the show this time.
Yes.
Because she doesn't watch it because she's here when we record it, so she sees it live.
Yeah.
But since our studio audience is not here, I'll mention it for her. She had decided to run a contest. It didn't tell us. We think it's a great idea, but she posted, didn't tell us. Where if you are at any of the festivals we're at, so the next one we're going to is Maryland, and you get a picture with the 2 of us, you post it in the board, and she's doing a prize or some such.
Because that's what she said, unless they're in the loo, they're always together.
And a lot of times we go to the bathroom at the same time as well.
Yeah.
Please don't ask for pictures in the loo, though. Really?
No.
Really? No. You will be told no. You will be told outside.
Exactly.
I do no. Just no. This does mean that I will have to make sure I remember clothes this time, because there was that whole I forgot my clothes. I remembered everything else. I just forgot my bag that had all my clothing in it.
And that's because you went back in to get something and then came out. And
Yeah, but I still forgot the bag with all my clothing in it.
yes, and it was right where she left it.
Yeah, in my house. And it's not like this is a plain bag. No, it's bright, floral, paisley.
Yeah.
There was no excuse.
No.
This will live in infamy. Kind of like the tent poles. But we're not getting into the tent poles.
No. That's a whole other show.
Another story. So yeah, that's what I have on the knee. Oh yeah, and I have my socks that I started knitting last week. And this is done out of Evie Knits is the yarn. She's also a local to us dyer. Make sure I pull out the right needle this time. As you can see, there's a lot less done than there was last week. That's because I got several inches in and decided I didn't like the way it was turning out, so I ripped it out and started over. I literally ripped back to the first row because I didn't want to have to recast on and start it over because I wanted to do something different with the ripping. Okay. And this is a pattern that I'm designing. It will be out for sale. I'm hoping to have it done and written by the time we hit Maryland, or by the time we go to Maryland, so I can have it out to test knitters, because I have a few people who've offered. So
yeah.
So I'm hoping to have that out in the next say month and a half, like have the actual pattern up, but I will let you guys know. And yeah,
that's it.
That's about it.
Mm-hmm. So what's next?
Wheeling
on.
Oh yeah, I actually spun this week.
She didn't bring it with her because she's plying it right now, right?
Yeah,
so
I'm still in the middle of plying, and I bussed over here because I no longer own a car. And spinning wheels are not the best on buses, especially not on a Saturday bus.
No.
I haven't taken a Saturday bus
teenagers.
in years, and oh my god. Note to self, make sure you get the right bus. Because it was the right bus, but it was packed with teenagers. The one I normally take, it doesn't have teenagers on it because it goes through a residential area full of old people. There's a reason why I live in an area full of old people. I don't like teenagers.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's still on the wheel. It's Ashford Merino Silver. It's merino and silk. And
pink?
It's actually red. It's like a cranberry type color.
Oh, okay.
But the silk, they left the natural white, so it comes out kind of a pinky color.
Yeah.
And it should be a very light fingering, heavy, what do you call it? Lace weight when it's done. And next thing up on my wheel is going to be from Knitty and Color, Sarah. And it's actually going to be for our friend Crystal. And it's
this stuff.
Yes, it's this stuff. And I'm spinning it for her in a middle fingering weight is what I'm going to spin it for. So I want to get my stuff plied so I can get off my wheel. I only own 3 bobbins. I need to fix this, but at the moment I only own 3 bobbins. So it's, what is the name of that stuff? That's the
Bloodlust
colorway. And it's gorgeous.
Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous.
And
so I will have spinning next week.
And I'm going to be putting something on the needles. I actually have it here.
Why do you have a pug bag?
Because I do. You didn't see this before?
No!
Oh, well, see, I'm going to be spinning Cloud Lover, and the bag's actually for you. You're welcome. I was trying to figure out how to bring it out on the show so that she would get a reaction.
Bugs!
Yes, and that's from Diane.
Hi, Diane.
That was my other errand last night.
Ah. And actually, speaking of silky,
It's
you can
for
see the
spinning.
shiny lining.
Yes, that's a spinning bag.
Yep.
Happy birthday.
It has pugs.
Yeah. So I'll be spinning Cloud Lover in the Poison Apple colorway, Superwash BFL. So if you see the colors, they're gorgeous.
Yes, I don't need to put it down on top because.
Yeah, it was a kind of a plan. Thanks, Diane. It's kind of a plan to try and, get her on the show. Get Kari. And I think it worked.
Yeah, it worked.
So, yeah. So I'll be spinning that. It's a very pretty braid. It's very pretty.
That is very pretty.
Yeah, feel that? I'm going to stick that down your top.
No. I have a bag that it goes in now.
If you're going to take my braid, you're going to have to give me yours.
Sure.
I like mine better.
Yeah.
Yours is blue.
I don't care about giving you mine. The next one up for me is crystals. You can have.
Oh, silly girl.
And yes, she will get that back later.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I just kind of went blank there for a second. Maryland. So we are going to Maryland.
Yeah.
And that doesn't sound good.
No, dropped a stitch marker.
Yeah, not good. So Maryland Chic and Wool Festival is on May 4th and 5th. And we are driving up on the 3rd. So we'll be there on the Saturday and part of the Sunday. And like I said last week, we have buttons we're going to give away. I'm not sure if there's a podcast or meetup. I'm not really sure. I haven't seen anything or heard anybody talking about one. The other thing we wanted to do is review. We've got the Knit Scene magazine and 21 hot knits. And there are quite a few nice things in here. I need to get my knitting off of me so I can get closer. So I find this. Will it focus?
Yes, I put tiny objects in my mouth. Children never do that.
That's a really nice vest. And
it is a really nice vest. There's actually a couple of things in there that I really want to knit.
what is it called? I'm trying to
It was the
wavelength tank.
Yep.
So there's that. Because we put stickies in here. You okay?
Yep. Yarn.
There's a couple sweaters here. There's a Saturn cardigan and an Eclipse top, which are quite nice. And you'll have to tell me if those are in focus. I can't see.
Yep, there.
Yeah, so those are quite nice. Then we have this one here that Kari really likes.
Yes. There's a couple of tops in there. They're kind of
called the Melrose Tank.
This one is just a plain tank top, but it's got ribbing at the bottom. I will obviously have to make it longer because nothing comes in the length I need it. Nothing. But yeah.
There's this shawl.
Give you two guesses as to who's going to be making that one.
Yeah.
First one doesn't count.
Calico shawl.
Calico. Calico. That's it.
There's this top here, which I found really quite simple and nice.
I love it. I have an issue with making summer type knits because a lot of them have low backs, and I have issues with my back.
Yeah, there's these,
Yeah, I can't wear that. One of the major issues being my back hasn't seen the light of day, literally, in like 20 years.
The Eclipse top, this is the back.
It burns if you look at it wrong.
It's very pretty. And the front, can't see there, but
it has just a very simple little bit of lace work up the front. It looks like it's a variation on the feather and fan.
Yeah. There's some nice things in here, so.
Although if you're only doing feather and fan for a couple of rows, it's fine.
I'm gonna find where the shawl is, but it's not showing.
You just missed it.
Did I?
Yeah. Nope.
I missed the shawl completely.
Yep, it's right there. Nope.
No, that's not the same one.
Never mind.
Um,
Yeah, don't worry about it.
yeah, so there's, and then I just noticed in here that Knit Daily is going to be putting out another set of sweaters, which is kind of...
We both subscribe to Knitting Daily, and it's a really good newsletter.
Yeah, and
Comes
they
out
have
5 days a week, I think.
5 days a week, and they have a lot of, like, they'll bunch socks together, baby patterns, sweaters, like
Yeah, they'll
stuff.
do...
and they're free.
Free patterns. They also do, like their daily newsletter is tips and tricks and looking at new patterns. And because it's Knitting Daily is part of Interweave, you get to preview a lot of like their books and their patterns and whatnot. So it's
Yeah,
quite
so
nice.
this is it here. So 21's hot knits for the summer or spring, whichever book this one is.
Yep. And we both kind of like the knit scene one. You have a subscription to it, don't you?
I do. Yeah, and I have the Interweave one as well. I just took another 2-year out.
Reminds me I need to poke my brother and see if my Interweave knits has come.
Mm-hmm.
Because my brother's living at my old address, and because our names are so similar, I can't actually do mail forwarding because I'll get his mail too.
Yeah. So the other thing we have is our sock knit along.
Yes.
I just wanted to make a point out, even though it started last Saturday and ends at the end of May, if you have socks already on the needles,
Come
it
join
counts.
us.
It doesn't matter if you've got a sock done and you're on your second sock, or you just started them days before. The rules are pretty slack, I guess you could say.
Rules? What rules?
Yeah,
we
what
don't
rules?
need no
We don't-
stinking rules.
We don't have rules. So yeah, come and join us. And like I said, there'll be a set of my stitch markers are available at the end once everybody posts all their pictures. But it's not a big thing. Just come and join us and have some fun. And I'm liking some of the patterns that are out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing, is we're more interested in you posting a picture and what pattern it is
Yes.
than when you started it.
Yes,
Because,
basically.
you know, we really need more stuff in our queues and all.
You could have started it, put it aside for 6 months and decided to start it up again. That's fine.
5 years.
Doesn't really matter. And so now we have our 400 member draw.
Yes!
Yes.
Yay!
So
Oh,
this could
shoot.
be fun.
I should probably find my phone.
I don't have my phone in here.
I don't have mine in here either. Yes, no, I don't.
And you want to go get your phone?
No, no. Hold on a second. I can do it from here. Excuse me for a minute. I was completely unprepared for this and forgot to pull up the random number generator.
It's okay.
There we go. Unfortunately, I will not be able to show this because I'm doing it on the computer that we're recording on.
Yeah.
But it is 22401.
Yeah. This will be for the stitch markers.
Yeah. And because Sue's kind of in somewhere in the, I think you're around the 300 member mark.
200 member mark.
Something
if it pulls
like
my
that.
name, we'll
redraw.
Yeah.
There's a couple of names that just, if we pull them, we'll redraw. Sue, 156.
number
156. Which is going to be, nope, that's...
Keep going up.
Yeah, that one. Which I can't read.
We can't read from where the screen is. Linehar. Linehar. So it's Lynn.
Lynn. So, Linehar?
Linhar, I guess.
Linhar. Oh, yeah, probably.
So that's for a set of my stitch markers. So if you go to my page on Ravelry, you will see there's a link to my Etsy site. So go on, look and see if there's anything you like. If there's not anything you like, I can try and make you something custom to a color that you like instead.
Yep. And we'll send you PMs about this, so we'll let you know. But if we don't, we need to hear back from you about it. If we don't hear back from you by next week, we're just going to redraw.
You'll probably hear that you won something before you watch the show.
Yep, exactly. And second one, because I'm doing a pattern for $5, is 137. Is...
There's 137. Oh,
Nope.
down there.
130.
Tangled knits.
So Tangled Knits, we don't have a name for you, a first name for you, but you won!
Tangled
And
knits.
it's a pattern of up to $5 US. So yeah, I will PM you about that, and then you can just get back to me.
Mm-hmm. I'm just curious as to who Tangled Knits is.
That's not in any kind of order, I don't
Yeah, it is.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
She doesn't have a name on there because it would have pulled the name.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong page. Tangled Knits. Let's go see who she is.
I don't know, but she's
Oh.
from Ontario.
There's no name. She's from Ontario. I think she's also a podcaster. So, anyways, you've won. Yay!
So yeah, that's about it, I think.
Yep, that's it.
Anything else?
No, there's nothing else.
So we'll
that's
see you
it.
next week. And
Happy knitting, happy spinning, happy crocheting. Bye!
bye. Shoot, where's my mouse?